Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Raptor X here with Good Clean Gaming RX, and again we're going to go over some tips and tricks in eco. Today I'm going to be talking about hunting and cooking. So I've got the hunting skill. Let's see here. I've leveled this one all the way up to a level 5. So this will cover hunting and butchery. So if you get the hunting skill, that allows you to deal quite a bit of damage and also get closer to the animals before they get spooked, reduces the calorie consumption, and increases the damage amount. So this is quite a skill to have. If you're going to be a butcher, go ahead and get the hunting skill as well. That greatly increases your effectiveness. So this increases how close you can get to an animal before it spooks. So this one, of course, I've got up to a level 5, so it allows me to get 5 levels closer. I'm not sure if that's blocks or just units of measure somehow, but you can get quite a bit closer to the animal before they actually spook and start running away. Then I've also got the headshot multiplier here, the headshot damage multiplier, and that does an increase of, I believe it's 2.5 times when you get a headshot. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that here. I'm going to find the deer a little bit more flighty here, so let's see if I can find. There's an elk. Okay, so we'll see if we can find and get one of them to stop in a good spot to shoot it. Maybe. Oop, there's a deer. Okay, and there's another one climbing out there. So if we go ahead and hit it in the head. Oop, come on, hold still. Oop, missed. There we go. And that does 7.2 damage. The deer just goes right down. Same for the elk. Whoop, and there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest these. We'll just pick them up. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and head over to my house here, and we'll talk a little bit about the butchery skill. There we go, and we'll just take a quick run back here. Now, the butchery skill basically controls, number one, how much yield you get, how much meat you can butcher from an animal, and also how much of the how many animals you need really to get that amount of meat. So it's kind of a two-way street there. So when you first butcher an animal, or when you first get the butchery skill and you're trying to use your butchery table and butcher an animal, it'll take like 2 carcasses to actually finish an order. Like you'll order 1 and it'll take 2 carcasses to actually complete an order. As you level up the butchery skill though, that allows you to use less and less, so that when you specialize in the butchery skill, that reduces it by 50% right off the bat, so you can use 1 carcass and get 1 order completed. When you level up the butchery skill all the way up to the top, as I have, I've got that all the way up at level 7, as you can see here. There's a level 7 right there. That increases, number one, the amount of meat that you'll get, and also decreases the craft time that it takes to actually run one of these. So decreases the raw meat cost, or the carcass cost, by 80%. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how that works. Remember, if we look over here, I've harvested 1 deer carcass and 1 elk carcass. So if we go over here and we're going to butcher the deer and butcher the elk, when I just started, this would take 2 elk carcasses to actually make 1 butcher elk order, and I would get 5 raw meat from it. However, because I've leveled this all the way up, I can actually get an order of 5 of those out of 1 carcass, which means I can get 25 raw meat and 5 leather hides from 1 elk carcass. So it makes it incredibly efficient. And it also decreases the time here, so I've got 12 seconds to butcher one of these deers or get one of the items done. And there you go, that's 5 raw meat and a deer or leather hide there. I can do the same thing with the deer here, do this up to 5 and order those, and that'll be another 25 raw meat and 5 leather hides. So butchery is definitely a skill that you want to get if you're going to be hunting or cooking. We'll go ahead and move on to the cooking skill now. And kind of the chef's skill and the cooking skill are kind of all together. It's quite an extensive tree. So they start off with advanced campfire cooking. All of that takes place down here at your campfires. The advanced campfire cooking unlocks the bannock, I believe the Camus mash. It unlocks the campfire roast, the campfire stew. It unlocks the charred sausage, the fried tomatoes, render fat, wheat porridge, and wild stew. So these are what I consider to be tier 2 foods, and they have quite a bit higher yield here. This one's got 12 vitamins, 8 carbs, 5 protein and fat, and 1200 calories from this stew. So this can fill you up really quickly. The fried tomatoes, those have got 560, but again you'll see that these carb amounts, or the amounts of these different items here, are quite a bit higher than your tier 1. So here's a rice sludge, and you're getting 2 and 1 and 10 kind of thing, so you get what, 13 out of that one. You go up here to say fried tomatoes though, and you've got 12 and 3 and 9 and 2, so you're getting quite a bit more of each of your different items there, each of your different categories: carbs, proteins, fat, vitamins. The next tier in that, just open this up here and go down to the chef specialty. After your advanced campfire cooking, you're going to go to cooking, will be the next skill that you can unlock, and that will unlock 13 or learn you 13 different recipes. So you'll get your different fruit salads and exotic salads and all that kind of stuff, and then also unlock the baking skill book and the advanced cooking skill book recipes, which will allow you to learn those once you've crafted all of the ingredients necessary for that. Then after cooking, you'll have baking, which you can use. Let's see here, that unlocks advanced baking skill book recipe, and specialization unlocks different baked things. So you've got baked agave, baked meat, your flatbread, huckleberry muffins, huckleberry pie, meat pies. I really love those meat pies, they are great for balancing things. And those, I eat those quite a bit, they're quite nice. After you've got baking, then you've got advanced baking and advanced cooking. Those though require some quite high-end tiers, so you're definitely going to need either someone else who has specialized in lumbering or bricklaying or something like that, so that you can get tier 2 crafting materials, which require either lumber or bricks. And then you'll also need someone who's got the advanced smelting and smelting tools or skills available, so that they can make your different things here. You require lumbering for making the kitchen here, and then I believe it's mortaring for making the bakery oven here. The bakery oven is where you can make your baked things here, and I still haven't leveled this one quite all the way up, but I've made enough here where I can make my meat pies without too much difficulty. So I'll go ahead and make an order of those. And those take, when you first get those, them, they'll take like 3 minutes or so to bake one of them. And when you start getting it leveled up, it'll decrease the crafting time there. So that's bakery. Then you've got your cooking, which takes place here at the cast iron stove, and that allows you to make all of these delicious, delectable foods. your different medleys, you've got your different fruit salads or your basic salads, your meat stock, that kind of stuff, simmered meat, turkeys, all different kind of stuff. Then you've got your kitchen, which allows you to do the advanced cooking. You've got really nice salads, pineapple friend rice, which is a fried rice variety. Sweet salads, which I can make one of those. Let's see here, though, I'm really not getting much of a decrease there, so we'll just make one of them. But those take like 6 minutes to actually make one of those at this point. So they do take quite a bit longer to make a lot of these things. And you do kind of have to level them up quite a bit to make them quickly. And then last but not least, you've got your advanced baking, which happen here at the stove. And those really allow you to make some really high-end goods. You've got your elk tacos, fried hare haunches, all different kinds of really, really delicious foods that are getting you a lot of different values here. So you've got, let's see here, 10, 42, 52, 60 of those there. That's a far cry from the 13 that you start with at the advanced baking, and 1200 calories. So definitely very easy to make a lot, and that increases the character XP gain that you can get, and really allows you to level up your character very quickly. I'm going to cover that along with tailoring in a later episode. But that kind of goes over the hunting, the butchering, and the different cooking skills. So we'll go ahead and end the video there. I hope this has been helpful, or all the different tips and tricks videos that I've been posting have been helpful. If they have, go ahead and leave a comment down below letting me know. And if there's a skill that you'd like to know more about, go ahead and watch some of the other videos, or let me know if there's something that I didn't quite explain to your liking, and I will go ahead and try to address that. Right everyone, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Ta-ta!